1% of abortions are for cases like rape and incest. That means that 99% of abortions are elective. Just, hoes being hoes. I don't want to have a baby. I'm not ready to be a mom. I don't want to wake up early in the mornings. I don't want to lose sleep. I don't feel like giving up my weekends. I don't feel like not partying every single night. Too bad. Then maybe you shouldn't have sex. How about that? And you know what's really funny is all of the tweets of the women who were like, hey guys, what we should do is we should withhold sex from men until we get our abortion rights back. I'm not having sex until I can have an abortion.
Go ahead and tell you how we really feel about this situation. First, we want to say we're men. So we don't have a right to sit there and say what a woman can and can't do with her body. Because it ain't no laws that restrict men to do whatever to their body. There's not one law that says a man can't do this with his body. One. Not one law. So, go ahead and get on her.
Get on her little monkey looking ass. First and foremost, she talking about let hoes be hoes. Like these hoes just laying around having sex, having babies. Like it's abortion is a scapegoat for them not to take care of somebody. Let's talk about these motherfucking kids who be born into these unfit households, these unfit parents that end up in the foster care system and all this bullshit. Hit them with some numbers real quick. It's like literally a child that's coming out of group home is 2.5 times more likely to end up in the justice system than a regular person.
And why do they end up in the group home? Because the parents wasn't okay with raising the kid.
They're not fit. It's not all about the parent. It's about the kid. You know what these kids got to go through in the foster care system? What they got to go through in life? Okay, people might hit me with, what you got? This kid might be the next president. This kid might be this and that. But how many motherfuckers got to suffer in these systems?
50% of kids getting out of foster care are incarcerated within their first 2 years after being the age to live on their own. 50%.
74% of former foster care kids in the USA end up in prison.
It was saying 80% of inmates on death row
are from the foster care system. Majority of these kids living in the hoods, poverty, ghettos are from unfit parents who can't take care of these kids. Not saluting the unfit parents and giving them an excuse for doing what they do. There's no excuse for that. Yeah, you're right. You should be responsible and have protected sex and birth control, but hold the fuck on.
We're human though.
Who can afford birth control these days?
Especially with inflation going up, rent and mortgage going up, gas going up, groceries hiding up. Come on, bro.
Let's keep it 100. We all out here screwing and having sex and whatnot. Okay, and a lot of these females actually just make a mistake, didn't put the Jimmy on whatever, and they get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Sometimes you need leniency, you need some stuff, because like 70% of these parents are getting pregnant before the age of 21. You feel me?
I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy to me personally, like why I feel this the most though, right? Because they've already did the studies. Banning abortion is not gonna stop abortion.
Tell them.
So what happens is, when them females that was out there, when them butt injections came out, and all them fake doctors was practicing surgery and injections that they didn't know, this is the same thing that goes on in these other countries with abortions. So the death rate will increase now. Because, and who's the ones that's not gonna be able to afford these back in the uncut doctors that'll do the procedures, right?
People that's living in poverty who don't have it, bro.
Come on, man.
And listen. So like literally, you got 70% of these chicks, what she call hoes, who's just having sex, end up pregnant before 21. Out of that 100% of people that doing it, 60% literally end up working in the sex industry. You know why? They don't have time, resources, or nothing, because they're taking care of the child. What else options do they have? The guy to take care of their child, so they end up selling their bodies, stripping, so forth and so forth. 20%, soon as they have that jit, end up homeless instantly. You know what I'm saying?
20%.
Come on, man.
21-year-old. This kid's females before 21.
Having these kids.
End up homeless.
These whores. That's like she said, these whores.
So guess where that kid is at now? Because you don't want abortion. Why? Because this fetus, we're not talking about health risks that's going on right now in America with the food and the water and all that type of stuff about women, the rate of women who can't even have kids because it could possibly kill them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talk about the sexual predators out there that's raping women. And you finna sit here and say that these women gotta have a sexual predator's baby. And the baby is not a baby yet. That's why they call it a fetus. That is a part of the woman. You're not looking at the woman though. You're looking at it like this has already been birthed. It's already been born.
It's not. It has no feeling. It has nothing going on. We don't know nothing. Don't get me wrong. We both are pro-life. We believe in pro-life. But we don't believe in a pro-miserable, set up for failure life. And a lot of these kids coming from these unfit parents who are not ready yet, they're literally, you're set up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got that 1% that actually make it out, but majority don't. Mean, I don't know where she's from, but I know where I'm from. I'm from Jacksonville. I've been around plenty of hoods with these kids, and these dudes who I grew up with didn't have fit parents at the time. And the majority of them are still in these streets, are still in prison, are dying left, right, because the parents was not ready to take care of them.
But I know someone personally that I work with, bruh. She got pregnant by a dude that she cannot stand. And guess who she takes it out on, bruh? Her child. So now the child, because the dude don't want to be with her in a relationship, which happens a lot of the times, now she taking it out on the kid. Why could a kid look like him?
That's bad. That's bad.
So now you forcing people to be in situations that they don't want to be in, and they're taking it out on the child.
Because the majority of these women suffer from PTSD.
This is an actual mental disorder that women deal with, bro. Like a female might not want the kid, and when they have it, they take it, their pain and the frustration, suffering, they take it out on the child, man.
I believe it, bro. You got like literally millions of kids right now in the U.S. who got at least one parent that's in the prison system. So this one parent out here is stuck to deal with the child by themselves. And once again, that's a recipe and a setup for failure, bro.
And them same so-called hoes that this female talking about, let's say they are irresponsible and they got pregnant, and guess what? They end up committing a crime and end up in prison, right? All you gonna make her if she's because when I was in jail, I done seen 30 pregnant women in jail. That don't stop them from locking them up.
At all.
You gonna force this kid to be born in prison.
In prison.
Come on,
set up for, once again, it's a setup for failure, man. Then let's talk about these child welfare workers. In a lot of states, you're gonna have a certain many cases. But right now, it's exceeding so much, they can't even do their job properly. They got too many caseloads that they can't even do their job properly. And they don't get paid enough to do their job. And you expect them to fully care, they can't fully care because the pay not enough. And on top of that, it's too much work on top of their heads, bro.
And I know this firsthand because my fiance's mama was a child care worker, bro, for years.
Come on.
For years she had to deal with this. Majority of the people in the office don't even care what's really going on with the kid. It's a problem. They try to dish the problem off on someone else. Hey, take this kid and put him in this house and let them deal with the problem now.
So she talking about these whores. Man, fuck these whores. What about these kids you're gonna have living in straight hell while they're here?
But you're willing to really get rid of an amendment for a female to be able to do whatever she want to do with her body? That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you a crazy statistic that I mean, it's off, but it's home. I seen a little study the other day that said 97% of men don't even know where the clitoris is on a woman. For real, 90% of men don't even know. But you gonna tell these dudes is gonna tell these females what they can do with their body, but don't even know how the female body really works. Then at the same time, you know, these females be going through it when they pregnant. The hormones. This man can speak firsthand. His lady pregnant right now. We love you, Carrie. Just gonna throw that out there.
Ooh, she giving me hell. But listen, our whole mission since we started YouTube channel is to lower recidivism. Lower recidivism, but by
you forcing these women
abortions to have these kids when they're not ready yet, you're pretty much setting up these kids for failure. And numbers speak. Google is out there. Search Google and look at the numbers of people in prison that came from group home, foster care, who stayed in the system because they had no proper or fit parents to raise them. You know what I'm saying?
No good mentors.
It's not fair. Like I said, and the female should have their own choice. Now, do I feel like she should have unlimited abortion? No. I feel like a female have to sooner or later
take responsibility.
Like, listen, you can't keep doing this. I'm
20, 30 abortions down the road.
But it happens. People make mistakes. We all humans. We like to screw. We like to hang out, and sometimes the Jimmy hat just don't feel right.
And it's natural to want to feel appreciated, significant. Is human nature to want to feel that. We want to feel important. We want to feel important. You feel me?
Believe it. So we not here trying to spread no political views and all this stuff. We just keeping it. We just spitting facts and tell you what our opinion is.
And it's sad that
it's just not what it is. It's not what it is. It is. I don't agree with this choice of what's going on. I don't agree with it. I'm pro-choice. I'm also pro-life, but I'm pro-choice.
And I'm not saying kids are expensive, but kids are an expense.
They're expensive.
That's more groceries you have to pay. If it's a baby, you gotta buy diapers, milk. Me and my lady don't have any kids. He already has a kid that you know what I'm saying? It costs money to take care of children, right? Yeah. So with the rent going up right now, mortgage, gas, everything, it's already hard enough to take care of a child. You feel me? A lot of people are suffering right now.
Yeah, because we just don't, like I said, with the gas price and inflation, just don't make enough money to take care of a child. So that's really, you forcing a lot of people's hands. Like I say about these chicks who end up in the sex industry. Now let's get to the dads who doing everything they already can possibly do, working to try to take care of themselves and this kid, and maybe the chick as well, because babysitters are hard to find as well. Somebody got to watch this child. You literally forcing these men into corners. Like, bro, I need more money. What can I resort to? Crime. The fastest way to get paid. I mean, sometimes they don't have no option. I'm only work so many hours a week until I can't work no more. And I'm not gonna get too far with that. That's just our stance on it, my stance on it, his stance on it. And for that, whatever that chick want to be called.
Lower the recidivism rate,
man.
That's
the whole purpose, man.
And them chicks out there that, it's so crazy because she's a woman and she's willing to say, hey, take a woman's right away. That's what's crazy.
She probably never been through nothing, really never seen nothing for real, you know what I'm saying?
She couldn't have. She been her whole life silver spoon. She been taken care of because everything she talking about is crazy. Like she just got life made, figured out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? YouTube. It's your boy Ribbon Levi.
45000.
This is a story all about how.
Partying every single
Her mom
night.
smoked dope.
Too bad. Then maybe you shouldn't have sex.
She's a woman.
How about that? And you know what's
And
really
they
funny?
just took your rights
Is
away,
all of the
and you're
tweets
okay
of
with
the
this
women
shit.
who were like, hey guys.